What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Saturday Night Nitro. Now, the title to this video is Not Your Regular T-Maxx. Because, my dudes, there's probably more mods, hop-ups, modifications for the T-Maxx than I think there is for any other model ever made. We can debate that topic, but for now, let me say hello to everyone that is here, and then I will go over exactly what we got. But what I see right through there, well, that appears to be a metal freaking cage. Could I get a UFC cage T-Maxx? Hell yeah, baby. All right, so I'm going to continue a little bit. We got ourselves Lucas Stallcup, Boot Hill Cemetery. How you doing? He goes with a 2-speed, baby. We got Big Boy's Toys here. He was #1 in the chat. Rusty RC, Nitro's Booster RC. It's Rickety Rack. We got Christine P. The rest of you guys I'm going to mention you in a little bit. We got Paige Smith, a good friend of mine. We got Jim Palazzalo. All right. Now, I know some of us have landed RCs this weekend. I am one of those people. So, I give myself a hell yeah to that as well. Now, my dudes, I want to ask you all a bit of a question, okay? A bit of a question. Andy Barnett and All Aspects, how you doing? What is this I got laying on the bottom of the table right there? Like, I'm not going to really slide it up too much because, you got to create a little bit of action. But like, what is that? Why is it so small? What kind of catalog is this? I'm not gonna raise it all the way right now, my dudes, but I might do it in a little bit. But for real, why is this HPI catalog so tiny? Did they know that they were making terrible business decisions? Did they know that they're re-releasing cars that nobody wants? You see, I can say that kind of stuff. You know why? Because they are not sponsoring me. And guess what? I am real proud of that. We got Wonder Bread. How you doing there, Wonder Bread? Anyway, let's continue and talk about what's up with this T-Maxx, right? It's got a cage, my dudes. Let me ask you all a question. Anybody here ever had a T-Maxx with a cage? Okay? Pretend you're in the Ultimate Fighting Championships and you got Don Fry. Don Fry is up your ass, okay? And then you take out a T-Maxx with a cage in it. Guess what? Don Fry gonna leave you. He not gonna try to get you. All right, Jim goes, no, that's right. Andrew Brown, how you doing? Nitro Pimp, how you doing, my dude? Now, I think Nitro Pimp himself had a real successful day today with RC. I hope he'll probably tell me later on. All right, John Heater, how you doing? He goes, I have a caged T-Maxx. Bro, let your T-Maxx out of the cage. Let it out of the cage. You understand? You go in the cage, and Don Fry gonna try to get you with a stupid mustache. You want Don Fry to get you with a stupid mustache? I don't think you do. He's gonna take you out, you know? All right, my dudes, but for real, what is the story with this tiny HPI catalog from 2010? We might take a little bit of a look at it later on, but I think most people never even seen one like this. And, well, I bought one a while back, you know what I'm saying? All right, we got Ronnie Nicholson with a cage, but he doesn't use it. Well, you're a proper dude, bro. You don't need a cage, you know what I'm saying? You go in the cage, you get yourself, you get Brock Lesnar in the cage, you know? You don't want Brock Lesnar to show up. So I'm going to take the body off in a little bit. We'll just talk a little bit about the T-Maxx and maybe, I think the statement I just made a little bit ago saying that I think the T-Maxx probably over the years has had the most modifications of any chassis ever released. By modifications, I mean mods, upgrades, hop-ups, however you want to call it. But I think that is true. If you know of any other car that you think had more than the T-Maxx, let me know. I would say maybe the RS4. Maybe the RS4. I'm excluding electrics. No talking about electrics. We got Texas. How you doing, my dude? Happy to see you here, bro. I think so, bro. So, okay, we still good? Okay, I had a little bit of an internet Wi-Fi issue right there. What's up there, Lotus RC? Lotus might know. Lotus, we were talking about a statement I just made. You know, I don't like to make blanket statements like that, but I think it's logically true. I said, I believe that the T-Maxx platform has had more available mods, hop-ups, or upgrades than any other Nitro ever made. Do you guys think that statement is true? Andrew Brown here with a good one. He goes, the Revo is actually number one. It has everything T-Maxx does. It has also been turned into different cars. Well, I mean, well, the Revo is a versatile chassis, of course, right? It could be a buggy kind of thing. In fact, when the Revo came out, I remember reading magazine articles, and they thought the Revo was a buggy. They literally called it a buggy. In fact, I think if I find my early magazine on the Revo review, you'll see that they compared the Revo 2.5R to a buggy. In my opinion, they were incorrect. J Power Surge, how you doing? Hunters RC goes facts. The reality is, the longer a model is out, the longer it's sold and produced and not killed off the market, then the more time manufacturers have to make mods. You know what I'm saying? It's just a statement of fact, my dudes. Plus, you got to understand, there's been many varieties of these, all still a T-Maxx. So let's face it, I think my statement is honestly quite true. Okay, let me give it a second. We're going to remove the body in a little bit, and we will continue. Let me read some of your guys' comments over here. In the meantime, I want you to take a look at that. What the hell is that over there? Do you like anything? Do you see anything you like? I'm just curious. Do you see anything you like? What's going on there, Donnie G? Do you see anything you like, or is it just everything? I think it's everything. Yeah, it's probably everything. What about this shelf?
Hi.
Hello there, Melissa. Guys, everybody, Melissa got herself an ear infection. We had to go to urgent care previously. $60 copay. They try to rape you up in there, you know. We got Michael James. How you doing, man? Anything you like on this shelf, though? I like a lot of stuff on that shelf. This is one of my favorite shelves, my dudes. We got tanks, we got touring cars, we got a T-Maxx. It's literally probably the best shelf there is right here. Oh my God, don't make me go one shelf higher. If I go one shelf higher, people might have some kind of, you know, heart palpitation. I don't want to cause any trouble up in here, you know. No heart palpitations. Keep your palpitations to yourself. Anyway, let's get down to it. I'm going to wait a little while till we get some more viewers in the stream. Oh my goodness. I'm going to tell you this, bros. It is real freaking heavy. I hope the engine is not completely toast. The engine might be completely toast. So this thing... bro, it's like twice the weight of a proper T-Maxx. It's about twice the weight. Now, if I show you guys the shelf above that, people are going to have heart palpitations. I can't do it. Can't be held accountable for heart conditions, you know. American healthcare, too much money unless you're completely, you know, on Medicaid, and then it's okay, you know. But otherwise, you got to pay real high co-pays. You know what I mean? I got, you know, honestly, there should be universal healthcare. It's bullshit how we have a tier system. Oh, Nitro Pimp, bro, I don't know, man. I care about you, dude. You're a good friend, so I don't want to give you any heart palpitations, you know? That shelf might, like, it might blow you away, though, honestly. Can't do it. Can't do it. I would try to do it, but I can't do it. All right, my dudes, what do you say? Should we unbody it right now? By the way, for those of you that were here yesterday, you know, living the good life with the RC10 GT, I still haven't really done anything to it. I'm looking for that fuel inlet on the carb. What's up there, Michael Sucha? Happy to see you, man. So I'm still looking for that. I have, as you could tell right there, basically an engine junkyard. High, heavy duty engine junkyard over there, heavy duty. So I'm gonna try to see if one of those carbs, the fuel inlet, will work. That plastic piece that I need, essentially. I mean, I could show you that one. Actually, you know what? There's a little bit of a surprise from Nitro Pimp for a part that I needed for that another car, not this car. But I'll talk about that little part later. Real important. He sent me over an exhaust that I needed, basically desperately. We're talking desperation needs. Okay, high levels of desperation. All right, my dudes, let me tell you my own history on this. I picked this one up recently. It has never been shown on the channel. Paid a pretty good amount of money for it, actually. Could have got a better deal, but you know what? I wanted a cage, man. When I think of the cage, I think of Don Fry. You all know who Don Fry is? He's the granddaddy of UFC. Honestly, I find modern UFC not watchable. It's very boring. It's basically floor wrestling. You know, if you want to watch that, you might as well watch like Olympic wrestling. It ain't no WWE level type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Well, we got a question there from Boosted. He goes, airsoft BBs. So yes, bro, that tank shoots those BBs. I could literally do it right now if you want me to. If it's on, that is. It might be on. I don't know. But yeah, it shoots from the barrel. No joke at all. Zero joke. That's right. Crazy for Honda knows. Yeah, modern UFC is a bunch of crybabies. I'm gonna be honest with you. They show up to their weigh-ins. It's basically like a modeling contest. It's become a modeling contest. You know what? People back then didn't watch UFC for modeling contest. They watched it to get someone destroyed. Okay, and Don Fry, he was a destroyer. He was like the USS destroyer. Okay, he's like an aircraft carrier, basically. You know, with a mustache. Today, you know, you got crybaby Ronda Rousey. That other guy that lies about steroids but is on them. What's his name? McGregor. Yeah, he's a liar crybaby. In fact, you know, I'm not saying I want to challenge him, but he's a liar crybaby. Okay, that's all I got to say to you. Anything else interesting here that I could show before I on-body the T-Maxx? How about this, guys? Before we do that, what do you want me to do? Do you want to take a quickie look at the world's smallest HPI catalog? It's like they, you know, I don't think there was a paper shortage in the year 2010. Definitely was not a paper shortage. Why did they make it so small? I know if I show a certain Nitro in this car, Nitro Pimp is going to go and buy it. And that's okay. I like when that happens. What do you want to do? You want to take a quickie? All right, we'll do a little quickie on this because I'm going to wait a little while till some viewers show up. Oh, man. Went to the chiropractor today. My dudes, it got cracked real good. You ever get cracked real good? And I don't mean like in the prison type of way. I mean like by a chiropractor. Anybody here got cracked? I don't mean like the prison crack, okay? Or the white powder. I don't mean that. Let's take a little quickie. So we got guy with, you know, very symmetrical hair. In 1986, I started HPI in a two-car garage with an investment of $200 and a dream of building the world's most exciting, innovative, and highest quality RC products. It's not bad right there. Yep, world's smallest catalog right there. So this would have been their 23-year anniversary. Of course, they're in love with the Baja 5T. I had it. It's basically a Baja with a short course body. Pretty dope, actually. Probably one of my favorites. Let's get real here. This is a hell yeah from me right there. Okay, so here we got some people in black t-shirts. A guy on a 2000s computer. It looks like a Dell. Yeah, looks like a Dell. It looks like he has a printout of all the hard copies of the instructions on the left too. Let's see. Got some shots of the Baja right there. Oh, man, look at that. That appears to be a demolition derby with a Lincoln. That's a town car. All right, if you want, I'll continue later, but let's get down to the T-Maxx. Maybe we don't have many, you know, manual, dedicated people here. It's fine. I get it. All right, my dudes. T-Maxx with a cage. That's what I said, right? Yep, that's what I said. All right, let's take it off. Body's in normal condition. No stickers. Basically, half the time you get one of these, the stickers are missing. And then good luck getting the stickers. You know, it doesn't look that bad, but honestly, like, why didn't, like, the owners just put on the lights? Like, at least give me some lights, bro. You know that song by, I think, some guy named John or something? Give me the lights. Yeah, give me the lights. Somebody tell them to give me the lights. All right, so the truck is obviously quite dirty. We're going to take a quick look at it. Now, there have been many cage models I've seen over the years. How you doing there? Only RC Nitros. Oh, was it Give Me the Light? I thought it was Give Me the Light. That guy needs to speak clearer. Give me the light. Night. My bad. Incorrect. All right, so let's talk about what we see here. Highly crusty. Exactly, Ron Nicholson. Highly crusty. Oh, we got it. Okay, yeah, same people. So fuel tank dirty. I didn't, as you could tell, I have not done anything, guys. Literally nothing. In terms of upgrades, let's take a quickie. Ugh. Damn, this thing real heavy, actually. All right, so let's take a look at what it has. I'm going to basically just spin it around. Tires are normal. This is a 2.5 classic model. We have Integy shock towers. The front shocks do not appear to be great. They appear to be trash. But the rears here and the second shock, rather, it appears to be the proper traxxas shock. All right, so wheels do spin. No issues with the bearings. Diffs appear to be so far normal. We have Integy. What's up there, Ace? We got a question here from Ace. He goes, what is the best way to tune a 3.3 on a T-Maxx? Well, I mean, you know, everyone here will probably give you a different answer. It's one of those things that you got to feel. Philip Bender and Jason, how you doing? But really, you know, it depends how you tune. Some people tune to like a temperature. Some people tune to have a lot of rich exhaust out the pipe. Some people tune for, like, you know, hearing how the engine runs. So it's not a simple answer I could just answer quickly. But if you want to give us a couple hints of how it's running, I think me and people here in the chat could tell you if we think, you know, you're rich or you're not rich, or you're lean or you're too lean. You know what I mean? So we need to know kind of where you're starting off. Yeah, Nitro Pimp here is with a good answer. Tune to the best of your ability. It really comes down to not trying to kill it, right? Tuning advice is one of those things where it's literally all preference. You know, some people take things out of the box and go run. Then they can't fire them up after like 2 tanks. Guess what? It was tuned, but not good, right? All right, so let's continue with this model. All right, so we got Integy. You know, whatever. A lot of haters on the Integy, but listen, it's here. Someone paid money for it. You know, what do you want me to tell you? I would have liked to see the owner actually get the Traxxas big bore shocks. The one upgrade I recommend in terms of suspension, all of this is nonsense. The Traxxas big bore shocks, which are not these. Those would be like the hard anodized bodies. Those are literally, the Traxxas big bore shocks are sickening, beyond sickening. All right, let's see what else we got. So what is good is I do see we have ourselves the aluminum bulkheads. So believe it or not, my dudes, aluminum bulkheads, actually quite important on these. Although me personally, I would have went with the RPM. The RPM is cheaper. It's easier to install. And it's way lighter. This truck is extra heavy. Probably heavier than like 8 sacks of potatoes. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what we got on the top side. Anything else that I notice interesting here? Okay, yeah, another thing. We got ourselves a servo horn saver protector. So Traxxas mounted the servo saver in, probably the not best position ever. Maybe one of the worst positions, to be honest with you. Probably one of the worst. So oftentimes people will hit it with the suspension compressed, right? You could see that your servo saver will be completely exposed. So people would just get these upgraded parts and, make the truck heavier than it needs to be. All right, my dudes, I think on this one, I'm going to have to probably pull all of it. I'm going to have to pull all of it. I don't know the condition of the engine. It's obviously seized. So it's going to be hardcore resurrection right here. Hardcore. It's probably toast, by the way. Okay, the tank is hella dirty. So the problem with this is it's going to be a little bit tough to know what to pull first. By the way, if you're wondering how this is mounted, it basically uses 2 points of mounting, right? It's mounted right there in the bulkhead and on the rear end. It's pretty heavy. I actually want to see how heavy this entire cage is. Because, guys, I'm going to tell you, yeah, this thing should be sitting way taller than it actually is normally right now. All right, so the first thing I'm going to see, should I just try to leave the cage in there? I don't think I need to remove the cage. Anybody here work with a T-Maxx with a cage like this before? Obviously, all the electronics need to be, there's nothing. I'm going to try to just remove things without removing the cage. We'll see how far I get, right? Yeah, the cage is pretty dope because it basically lets you use the body, and it holds up the body real well, in fact. Wonder Bread, what's going on? All right, so because the thing is, I really don't want to get into removing the cage. As you could tell right there, I mean, it's not impossible, but I'm going to zoom in real close. So there's the mount. It's held in with the small nuts over there. You could remove it, but then you got to, finagle it pretty hardcore. I don't really want to get into that. So let me try to pull what I can, everybody. Who here likes to pull things? You got any pullers in here? Oh, enjoy that snackaroo there, Michael Sucha, man. Enjoy it. All right, so I'm going to start with pulling the fuel tank, actually. We'll see how much access I have. And then we'll get to the engine screws. Guys, I want to say thank you for joining me here today. I appreciate you, as people say. Super appreciate. All right, Big Boys Toys with appreciating. I appreciate that first too, bro. Major appreciate it. I mean, the cage seems to be pretty well designed. Maybe I could work around it. Really don't want to get into removing it. So the thing is, I appreciate the cage. You know what I'm saying? Anybody here watching any new Netflix shows? Because I am. Just started a new one on Netflix about a Polish ferry that sunk in the Baltic Sea. All right, so we're going to do, you know what? I could probably pull the engine from the top. I don't think I have to adjust that one. Rock and Roller, what's up, bro? All right, so the tank. Oh, whoa, look at that. We got ourselves a cage fuel tank hole-in-one. All right, so far, this is out. Notice the start system on this. Easy start has been removed. I was wondering how you would fit the electric start with this because, well, it will probably get in the way, right? Right here on top. So, yeah, that has a proper roto start system. I don't think I've seen a roto start 2.5. Anybody here ever seen one of those? That's new to me, though, right there. That's new. Yeah, it's pretty new. I've never seen a roto start 2.5. Great question there from Jason. He wants to know, did Nitro Pimp get any RS4s or new RCs at the swap meet? I'm sure he'll tell us soon in an update video. Can't miss a Nitro Pimp update video, guys. If you miss it, you're not gonna be in the know, you know? Can't miss it, can't do it. All right, so I'm gonna try to remove the engine from the top. Don't really want to get into adjusting the gear mesh. The gear mesh seems really good as I spin it. Okay, here we go. I mean, so far the screws are pretty normal. All right, so fuel tank is out. I'm going to wash all this later anyway. Oh, real heavy. Time to get this side. You got to give Traxxas a big hell yeah, my dudes, because, like, come on. They designed the cooling head with the real good ability of removing the screws directly with the head still attached. On most, anything kind of 0.21 and up, it's real tough to get to the motor mounting screws like that. I mean, you can do it, but it's not easy. That's why Big Boys Toys with the hell yeah Traxxas. Honestly, so far, pretty easy to work on. I've never worked on one with a cage. Let's see. Will this pop out? Well, we have the throttle linkage still attached. What else do we have attached? Okay, the exhaust. Let's get the exhaust. Yeah, I'm going to have to use my new ultrasonic cleaner on this one. Good thing I bought that one. All right, so the throttle is being held on. Because I can't really lift it up that well. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, ba-boom! Engine is out, guys. Even with the cage, the Traxxas design is so user-friendly that it just lifts up, even with the cage installed. JST James, how you doing, my dude? Let me see what JST James here said. He goes, what's the last manufacturer that came out with a brand new Nitro? Is it Kyosho? It depends what you call brand new. That's actually not a bad question. I think we can discuss DST James Sickening Channel members question. What do we think? Andy Barnett, what's up, bro? What do we think qualifies as a new Nitro? Obviously, a lot of the stuff we run today, right? I don't think it matters. They're all essentially based on 20-year-old designs, no matter how you put it. I mean, if you get a buggy, is it really new? Hard to say. You know, anything Traxxas is at least a 15-year-old design, really, in terms of their nitros, right? It doesn't mean it's bad, but depends what you consider new. The USA one, yeah, I would say the USA one is probably the coolest of the newest ones, but they're discontinued already. But it really isn't new. It's just a body with a little bit of a revamped suspension, right? Of models they've had for a very long time. It's not, I wouldn't call it new. In terms of new, I'm looking in the chat right here. What do you guys think? I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I know there's a couple race buggy brands out there that have released new models for them, like Agama, right? Agama or Agama, how you ever call it. Booster RC is correct. You have the FW-06. Even the kit. But you know what? That chassis is very, very old. It's based on the FW-05, FW-04. I even had an FW-03. It's literally the same. The only things they changed is some of the colors. The exhaust is identical in the engines. That's it. Nothing else has been changed. Texas Hill goes the X-Ray RX-8 for 25. Well, I mean, it's a pan car, so I'm not that well familiar with the X-Ray lineup. You guys want to see something a little dope, though? I'm going to have to walk and get it, though. You want me to walk and get it? Keep in mind, my back kind of killing me today, you know? You want me to walk and get it? It's a Kyosho-related item. I know we got Kyosho lovers up in here. We'll take a look at this engine. Obviously, I have to disassemble all of it. So I can let me go walk over and get a little Kyosho level stuff. You ready? Are you all ready? Could someone type I'm extra ready? Go ahead. Because I'm holding a box. And it's not a large box, but it says Kyosho on the box. Just saying. It literally says Kyosho on the box. You know, it's not that rare, but it is now. All right, Donnie G's extra ready. Jim in Texas, extra ready. And Nitro Pimp extra ready. Oh, Harlem, how you doing, bro? All right, well, for the extra ready ones, there you go. Since we're talking about FW-06, Hybrid here has many different models. Okay, we could talk about, is this new? Is it not new? It's a kit, right? So this is the kit that they were selling for a real good price for a little while, but they discontinued it. Honestly, this was a really good value. Dude, these, when they were on sale, were like under $250, right? They came with an engine, with a 2-speed. Only bad problem is no body. If they included a body, this would be remarkable. But no body, whatever, you know. So this one does have new engine. It has a pipe. It has a 2-speed bearings, you know. Only real kind of odd thing, they didn't really change anything on this one in terms of the RTR model compared to the kit. It's literally identical spec as the RTR. Normally, you know, a kit would have some better features, but this one is not one of those. Oh, we got Australiano. How you doing, my dude? Let me read Australiano's comment. He goes, Hybrid, thanks for the advice. I got the Rotostart installed and works awesome. Awesome, bro. I am happy to know that either me or someone here helped you out. That is the goal that I set for myself years ago. So let's take a look around. I don't know if I've opened this on video, to be honest with you, my dudes. I don't think I've opened this. So I ran another FW-06 for a little while. I don't know if you guys know. I do own the RTR model also. Too bad they discontinued that one. I don't know why. It was a legitimately sickening value. I will say the wheels on these kits are very good. The shocks are very good. The engine, it's average. It's good for a cheap small block. It doesn't overheat, and it fires up easy. But you're not going to destroy any OS engines, okay? Let's just get it straight. This is probably similar or worse in terms of power than the new associated S15. It's an average engine. If you guys want, I am 4% willing to open the box right now. But I don't know, I might have to save it for a different video. 4% willing. Okay, not 5, 4% willing to open the box. Before my hands are extra dirty on this T-Maxx. Yeah, Donnie G, bro, you know, when Melissa and I are watching TV, I go to her, Melissa, how many percent you like this show? If she says, like, under 10%, I know that means turn that crap off, okay? If she says 90%, no. Actually, if she says 65%, then I know she's giving it a chance. She easy that way, you know? Her brain, it's like either 10% show is bad, 60% show, I'm going to give it a chance, 95% means I love this show. You turn it off, I'll slap you, hybrid. Okay? That's how it works. All right, my dudes, if you all want to see, I'm not one to keep content from the people. I can open her up. Oh, that's right. Big Boys Toys still got to build that Mugen MTX5. Gotta say, I only own one Mugen. It's quite sad, right? It's literally only one Mugen. It's pretty embarrassing. Don't tell anyone I said that. Only one. And actually, Big Boys Toys has it. And I think so does Nitro Pimp. Yeah. That's right. DST James hitting us with a Steiner math. I got 43 and 1/3 chance that there'll be a Nitro kit in this box. Beautiful, baby. All right, so we got the manual. Not going to go anything crazy. I just want to just show it to you that it's in there. Fuel tank, exhaust. The engine is, I think, in this box right there. Oh, there's the engine. There it is, baby. So, never took the contents out. I am preserving this, my dudes. Preserving this. The shocks. Gotta tell you, they have awesome shocks. The shocks are remarkable on this. For a cheap Kyosho, in fact. The fuel tank is also real good. Oh, look at that. Opened up the box, lost like 8 viewers. Never to be seen again. Let that be a lesson to you guys. You open up a sickening Nitro, and like some Arma lovers just like to try to destroy the channel with bots. You know what I mean? Can't be doing that. Ben, how you doing, man? Happy to see you, bro. All right, so back to the T-Maxx. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of work to do on this one. What do you guys think? What do you want me to do with it now? Dan doing things. How you doing, bro? Dan doing things once in a while. How come I don't build it? Well, you know, I've already done, I think, like 2 to 3 videos on that FW-06. I know my buddy Brian, who's here in the chat right here, Boosted RC. We did a good video on his. Another one of my friends did a good video on his. So I have a good amount of videos on that model already. Plus, like, they're discontinued, so there's really no point in building it right now, you know? Like, for me. Plus I have, like, a ton of other 10 scales. You want to see a proper 10 scale? I'll show you a proper 10 scale. This body is obviously not for this chassis. It don't fit, obviously. You want to see a proper 10 scale? This right here is a proper 10 scale. I gotta figure out the body. It's that's because I got it crooked, baby. Sick. Because I definitely did drill holes to make it fit. Okay. This right here, that's what you call a nitro, right? You know what that is? Anybody here know what that is? It's not a RS43. RS43 has left the building. Texas here is very close. Very, very close. Let's take it off. This is probably my best overall 10 scale. Best in the world. Better than CM Punk. In fact, I don't even like CM Punk. He's a wacko. Oh, yeah. That's how you get it done right there. That's the best of the best. Never run Serpent Impulse 10 scale Trinity pipe OS 12 TR Outlaw. You see the black case? That's called Outlaw. All right, this is the Jesse James version, Outlaw. So there were multiple versions of these OS 12 TR engines. If you get the one with the black case, then you're in business, my dudes. You're in business. RC Madness, what's going on? Thank you guys for checking out the Serpent. This is a proper 10 scale. Yeah, the OS 12 TR is the best. Oh, we got Ray Coral. What's up, bro? Thank you for that. I appreciate that, man. Impressive gearing. Impressive 2-speed. Yeah, this one, I think, why did I stop completing it? Why did I never finish this one? Let me remember why. I forgot. So when I got it, it had no servos. I installed the servos. I made the linkage. Throttle has to be connected. Yeah, this one actually fires up perfect. I fired it up previously in a video. Why did I not finish building it? Okay, yeah, I think I remember why. Something with the battery. Yeah, this one, as you could tell, it has never been run before. Look at that chassis. That is a work of art. Oh yeah, so we got this annoying front one way. Extra annoying front one way. Let me ask you this, guys. If I were to sell this, how much would this go for? Just curious. Literally brand new. Well, you know, for an old car. Yeah, so I'm quite confident this is the battery position. So this had kind of like a little flap. You would drop the battery down. I just don't have the correct battery for it. Oh, Ace with the 700. Nitro Pimp with a 350. I mean, 350. Make that 450. We got a deal. Make that 450. I'll buy myself 2 orders of McDonald's. You know what I mean? In fact, I think this will fire up right now. If I have to. Yeah, it's not even seized. Beautiful. This will fire up if I go try to fire it up right now. I guarantee you, bros. I guarantee you'll be a runner. Guarantee you. Oh, Boosted RC goes, no price because I won't let you. Oh, we got Earl Moorhead. What's going on, bro? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Good comment there from Earl Moorhead. He goes, $10 to $2,000. You're spot on, bro. You covered the entire range of prices. Entire range. Is that in US dollars? I was watching a video today. Well, not a video, a show today. It was a Polish show, you know, so I'm not Polish, but, you know, I was watching a Polish show. Ain't nothing wrong with that on Netflix. And, you know, they're talking about zloty. You know, the Polish currency is the zloty. Starts with a Z and then goes with an L and then adi. Zloty. Yeah, apparently this lady went to a pawn shop. They offered her like $5 million for a used radio. So, you know, their currency, not good. But that was like, you know, during the late 80s, 1990s maybe, quarantine. There's Zlotys. You know, if I wanted to, I can go fire it up right now. Yeah, so front one way, basically what happens, I see you guys talk about front one way. A lot of the 10 scale and 8 scale, pretty much race cars, they all have the front one way diff. I'm not an expert on it, but basically what happens is you could spin the wheel forward, but if you spin it back, you got power to all the four wheels. So you basically have no brakes going forward at all, zero brakes. All right, Ace Man, you have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Why did I not finish building it? Is the real question. I don't remember why. It's not good to fire things up. You don't remember why you stopped building. Okay, so my rubber band here is busted. All right, so before I fire it up, we're going to have to, if I fire it up, that is, no guarantees here. What's with this linkage? This linkage is incorrect. Somebody get me the Polish ambassador on the line. Is this the correct linkage? Oh, yeah, okay. It went on. Okay, it's correct. Yeah, the linkage is definitely correct. Oh, yeah, that's why. Because the servo has a tendency to open up a little bit. That's why I had a rubber band on it. You see that? Not good. Not good. I got to remove this. That's why it was off. Okay. All right, so if I get a rubber band, I mean, I could try, but, you know, I got other stuff to do right now, bros. But this is probably one of the best 10 scales I have. Oh, Nitro Pimp. About the T-Magic? I sure do got a T-Magic. Let me remember where it is, actually. I forgot where I put it. You want to see the T-Magic? I could pull out the T-Magic. You want to see the T-Magic? I'm doing this before my hands are too dirty, you know, with the T-Max stuff. You want a T-Magic or what? I can go get it. Did you see the scooter? All right, homies. Did you see the scooter though? Just curious. Anybody here see the scooter? You want some T-Magic? You know you want some T-Magic. That's what you call T-Magic. The real question is, why, when Chevy released the Dale Earnhardt Intimidator version of the Monte Carlo, they made it such a bad car? Does anybody know why they made that version of the Monte Carlo SS Intimidator so bad? Nobody really knows to this day. You want to see under the body? This is the Team Magic. Oh yeah, that's hardcore. That's living the red and purple life. You know what I'm saying? No, Nitro Pimp, I'm talking about the Chevy Monte Carlo, not the RC. Low C, hell no. There's no low C there's no low C toy grade in this house. This is a house of Nitro. Low C 22, whatever that SS crap is. Hell no. I'm not buying that little mini low C. Talking about the Chevy Monte Carlo SS Intimidator. Christian W, what's going on, bro? The Nitro Stampede. It's in the box next to me, actually. I might show it a little bit. Yeah, the Monte Carlo with the 3.8 V6 and the automatic transmission. Kidding around. I saw videos of those low Cs. They're actually pretty dope. I just don't want one, you know. Unless I literally got one for free, I would not buy it. You want to see under this or what? All right, yeah, so this one is a legit runner. Pipe is ugly, but it's a good pipe. We got an OS 12 TG and the classic T-Magic. Well, X-ray looking fish tank. X-ray looking tank. El Nacho Racer, how you doing, bro? Yes, man, I was just there. I was just there today. Yeah, just there today. Actually, broke in a RS4, a vintage RS4. The video will be out shortly. There's literal evidence of it. All right, so this is the T-Magic. I showed this one on the channel a little while ago. Actually, this is a real sickening runner. This one, the reason I like it is because it doesn't have the stupid front way diff. It has a regular gear diff, it's called. Pretty proper car. This one's a 100% runner, as you could tell by the scratches. But the scratches were already there. I didn't put those scratches on, trust me. This is some upgraded K Factory chassis, by the way. It says K Factory. That was, I think, their upgrade portion. You know, what I don't like is this fuel tank. The pickup at the bottom is extremely close. It's literally flat with the chassis. This part really should be hidden. Not good design right there, but yeah, so this is the old battery pack that I already had. It actually still charges, you know? Like, I ran it, it's fine. Surprisingly, it's fine. Oh, we got Tarek, how you doing, bro? Yeah, Tarek, how you doing? I'm gonna say it 3 times for good luck, how you doing? You know, viewers were taunting me with 10th scale Nitro, so I had to pull them out. You know, they were talking about all these fancy cars, you know? So I was like, I got some fancy cars. Here we go. Yeah, this one, I think I did a video on it. I don't know. It's a real good runner. We got the original OS Carb, OS 12 TG. The TG is, I think, a lower level than the TR. Anybody here knows TG versus TR? Gears are good. Got a little bit of upgrade. This one is highly, highly upgraded, by the way. If you take a look at it, it is. So a lot of these parts on the T-Magic are actually not factory. This is all upgrades in the back. All of this aluminum didn't have it from the factory. So not only is this a real high-level car, but it's highly modded too. All right, yeah, Jim goes, yes. Yeah, I did do it. Okay, good thing. Thought I forgot already. But no, this thing is solid. Yeah, wire management, very important. You don't have much space for wiring on here. So real important wire management skills. Yeah, Lucas Stall Cup, one day I'll quit, but that day is not today. You know what I'm saying? One day I'll quit. Guess what? All it takes, you go to the doctor, you get some bad news, and you quit. You know what I mean? Let's be real. We're all mortal. You know? Can't all be Hercules out here. That's all it's going to take. Go to the doctor, get some bad news, and you quit. You know, you take a ferry in Poland that sinks. There you go. Eat some street food with food poisoning. You're done. Now, this car's real nice. I'm curious, if you could have one, would you take this one or that one? That one needs a little bit completing, but we're talking in ideal conditions, all right? Let's say they were matched. Which one would you take? I mean, look at me. Bent down to pick up a stupid electric RC motorcycle. Got like thousands of dollars in fake acupuncture bills. Tarek is correct. All right, I'm going to offer up maybe one fire up. Maybe one fire up. Do you want to see the T-Magic fire up or what? Yeah, Earl Moorhead. Bro, look at me. Bent down to pick up an RC. Got a sciatic nerve issue now. You know? Went to the acupuncture. Obviously, it's mumbo jumbo. You know? Let me see, what time is it? All right, it's not 10 o'clock yet. Well, I'm not the only one doing videos. There's a ton of people out there. Nitro Pimp is a great channel. A lot of other people here. You know, I'm just a guy with many nitros. That's cool. All right, Dan Doing Things wants to see a runner. Tarek wants to see a fire in the hole. What, this one? You think this one? Because this one has radio gear set up, so I could probably start this one. This is a proper car, though, by the way. All right, let's see what we got over here. The battery should still be okay. I don't know if they're honestly, they might be toast. But I have no doubt it'll start. It's just a matter of if the battery's a toast. Because they're very, very old. All right, my dudes. If you want, I can attempt to run this one. Well, you know, fire it up, rather. Do we get a hell yeah or what? Melissa, they said fire in the hole. They egged me on. I got eggers in here. All right, we have good compression. And the crank is fine. I guess nobody wants to see T-Maxxes. It's all good, man. Ain't no more T-Maxxes on this channel. Look at this. You pull out a T-Maxx, lose 20 viewers. All right, so I have 3-19. We'll try to do a little fire in the hole. It should be ready and tuned, but the battery, you know, I can't guarantee that. Let's rumble. By the way, sickening grab handle on this. Look at that. Give me a second, guys. Yo, Melissa, did you see that scooter? Huh. Love talking to myself. It's very fun. Man, I love talking to myself, guys. Wow. Especially about scooters. It's like so fun. busy. You hear that? What am I, chopped liver? Makeup? What do you need makeup for? You had makeup today? Well, that's incorrect. 3-19 is not correct. I don't know what model memory that is now. What the hell am I gonna do? Well, I'll have to check every single manual. I write labels on the cars, so it should be correct. Sickening. None of these are correct. Can't just rebind because I don't have any empty slots on this one. It's not this radio. All right, my dudes. Radio has left the building. I could still try to fire it up, though. How you doing, the HPRS4? How you doing? I could still try to fire it up. You want me to do that or what? Go ahead. Let me know. Don't matter. It's still at idle, so I don't really need to worry about it. It's still at idle. All right, Pitbull, how you doing, man? I'm gonna prime it real quick. If I see a prime, then we're in business. Have to go this way. You see that spoon? Okay, let me see which way this has to. So it's spinning this way. Okay, so to go forward, it has to spin. All right, so it's this way. I have to prime it correctly, guys. Give me a second here. Forgot to which position it's supposed to be in. It's definitely this position. priming the hole. Not lined up. Crazy compression, that's what it is. Gotta probably undo the plug. We got high-end compression in this. High-end. You know, can't really see much as I'm doing this. That's kind of also the issue here. All right. So much compression, it won't even prime correctly without removing the plug. You believe that? That's what you call an OS engine, baby. That's OS, gang. Well, I'm gonna have to carry it like this. Give me a second, guys. It's real uncomfortable what I'm doing right here. Real uncomfortable. All right, I'm gonna try it from here. What do you think? Well, you think we'll have a runner? All right, Jim goes, it's gonna be a runner. All right, so the carb is closed. Well, I mean closed, but it'll be at idle, you know what I mean? All right, I gotta put a little fuel in it. All right. Yeah, it didn't really prime well before. I haven't ran this in a while. What's up there, Mark? Happy to see you here, man. I'm gonna switch it over to this view. So you all see what I'm doing. Fire in the hole. Say it. Oh, gotta give it a little fuel. But it was a runner. Without the radio, I can't really get the throttle trim correctly, so I'm just gonna have to manually open it. But it's a runner, though. You all heard it. We got a runner. Real crispy. Real crispy, baby. That's a good OS right there. Sick. Can't kill an OS carb. Who can fire up a nitro like this? Can't kill it, that's right, Jim. They don't even need the radio. That was some RPM, huh? That 2-speed does work, I checked. Sickening. Tarek, bro, thank you for that. What the hell, yeah? Appreciate that, Tarek. Appreciate it. That's why you want an OS, baby. That's why you want an OS. Beautiful idle on that, too, right? Team Magic, gang. All right, I'm gonna shut it down. I need the radio installed because this is going a little. All right. Beautiful idle. And this one's old too. And still a runner. Can't kill it. Who want to buy this? Anybody want to buy it? All right, I'm going to shut it down, everybody. Shut it down. That's about it. It's getting a little noisy. Yeah, this thing literally fires up beautiful. Fuel tank is great. No issues at all. The 2-speed does shift. You just gotta, rev it a little higher. But it does shift. You just can't really tell because, it's foam tires and stuff. But the 2-speed is really good. By the way, that is, as you would think, a Syntax clutch. That's a Syntax, baby. So the regular G4 doesn't really have almost none of this, right? This one has a lot of mods. It's pretty good. This was a legitimate runner. Let's put the piston at the bottom. Oh, yeah. Oh, the compression's good. I can't even spin it over. Can't even spin it over. Who here wants to take a guess how much I think this is worth? Oh, someone just yelled, "Oh my God," from across the street. What they really meant to say is they wish they had a Nitro. That's what they really wish they had. Oh my God, they wish they had a Nitro. I get it. They said, "Oh my God." All right, my dude, so we got ourselves another runner. I'm going to take this back in, and I'll get to work on the rest of my plans. Let me tell you something. God ain't going to re-release this ever again. Only T-Magic would. Oh, yeah, this is my old scooter, by the way. It's trash. You want me to kick it? I'll kick it. You want me to kick that scooter? I'll kick it. You guys want me to kick it? I can probably kick it. You want me to kick it? Toast. You see that? E-word. You're toast. I kicked it. That scooter almost killed Melissa, my dudes. Almost killed her. Just so you know. The stem is busted. The stem is busted, everybody. Don't think that scooter is good. It tried to kill her. Yeah. We were riding it and she fell. Almost broke her wrist on that scooter. That's why I kicked it and it's outside. It's not going back in this house anymore. Guess what? There's another giant scooter here already waiting. But I can't show you that one yet. What do you think about that? All right, let's go back to the T-Maxx. Oh, who do we have here? What the hell is that? Oh, oh, who we got here? Hey there, Sandy. Want to say hello to your fans? No? You don't want to say hello? All right. Come on, say hello. Melissa, they're looking at our shoes over there. Did I not tell you to clean the shoes up? Sickening shoes. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, then. Yeah, so that Team Magic is pretty hardcore, actually. It runs like it's like on rails. And that one has the super desirable gear diff in the front. Not that stupid one-way bearing, just so you know. That one-way bearing, you can tell to get out of there. Because you ain't going to have no brakes. The thing is, if you try to drive normal with the one-way bearing in the front, you're going to destroy all of your foam tires in the back. Because whenever you're braking, basically your tires are going to be doing all the brakes. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, maybe in like some rare track conditions, one-way bearing could be a go. But in average conditions, one-way bearing will roast your tires. Roast them like hazelnuts. All right, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue working on this engine. I need to see if this engine is toast. It likely is. Just so we all know, it likely is. And then I'm going to clean it up, and we'll see if it's toast. All right, so the clutch is okay. Obviously, well, this is probably going to need to be replaced. But it's not clogged. I mean, it's not seized, right? All right, so what do you think? Remove back plate, remove head. What do you want me to do? Remove what? For those of you just joining us, this is the Cage T-Maxx. Surprisingly, I got the engine out really easily without removing the cage. Good thing. So Spotty Jack wants to know, is it stuck? You know, damn, good question. I didn't check. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, this is... oh, hold on a second. It moved. But you know what? You always got to check inside. It's not good. There could be a ton of dirt in there. So it's always a good idea to remove the back plate on any engine you don't know about. Well, in terms of, you know, its history. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Plus, I want to inspect this backplate system. Come on, guys. Who here thought I wouldn't be able to fire up that Team Magic? They all run, guys. They all run. This ain't the no running Nitro channel, okay? Those exist. This is not that channel. Yeah, statistically speaking, probably a good idea to clean the one-way bearing, to clean everything. So, you know, once the engine is out, you really should do your due diligence, as they say. Lee Harris, how you doing? Lee Harris needs to unstick his OS 30 VG. You know, sometimes when you heat them up, they're fine. It's just that this engine, I could see it has a bunch of dirt on the outside. Who knows? You know, I feel better removing it, the parts, taking a look and cleaning it. Good question there from Rusty RC Nitros. He goes, hybrid, do I scuff the shaft? So that is a reference to kind of sanding the starting shaft a little bit to get the one-way bearing to hook up a little bit better. So I have done it. It does work. But I would say 50% success rate. 50% success rate on it. All right, so it looks okay there, really. Good amount of oil. I'm going to clean all this part by part anyway. I'm wondering if I should just keep the back plate how it is and not take it off. What do you guys think? Keep the back plate? I don't know. It looks kind of not bad in there. I'm going to loosen some of the head screws maybe. Also, you got to check the glow plug. Everything has to be checked. Always a good idea to completely clean it because don't know the history of this. Especially an engine where, you know, it's in a truck with like a metal cage. It's very, very heavy. So not a bad idea to see if it's toast inside. It could be a black piston. Which, not the end of the world. But it'll give me an idea of how it was run. That's, I think, at best was what we're going to see. Look at that view, guys. This view is better than that stupid show, The View. You know that show, The View, with the feminists on it? They're not even real feminists. They're just people with bad political ideas. All right, you know what? We got ourselves not trash. I am highly amazed. It looks average. It looks real average in there. But it might still have real low compression. We don't know. Oh, dude, there's like a crazy amount of pinch right now. Oh, I feel pinched. I feel pinched right now. But yeah, there's still a kind of like a gunky oil in there. I would like to clean it up. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not total trash. Wow. Hybrid surprised over here. Did I actually come across a modified T-Maxx that isn't garbage? Wow, that would be a first. Yeah, bros, that would legitimately be a first. You know what? Let's do the exhaust. The exhaust is real dirty. I can't be running dirty T-Maxxes like this. That'd be embarrassing. Can't do that. I know the T-Maxx fans out here love the T-Maxxes, and you would be upset if I ran it like this. I know you would. By the way, can we get a hell yeah to the exhaust design on the T-Maxx? It is really easy to remove and work on. No stupid giant gaskets. I mean, dude, look how beautiful that exhaust system is. Small little O-ring. It locks. You got no leaks. 2 screws. Yeah, they break the header sometimes. But I would say this is more convenient for me than the springs. Although, you know, for racing, the springs are basically common. All right, so far, it's going down. Want to say once again, guys, I appreciate you being here. Tomorrow will be a video. Now, don't get upset. It's going to be an electric video, okay? You got to understand, you got to infiltrate those people from the inside, okay? You got to infiltrate. That's right, Christine P. It might be a bagel, but I'm going to be honest with you. It's a well-priced bagel. The bagel's really good price, bro. You know, the other day I went to a local deli here. They wanted like $3 for a bagel with butter, toasted. Are you crazy? That's not happening. That is not happening, guys. Sorry. You remember the days? That's right, Jim. Appreciate you too, bro. You remember the days when you can get a bagel and coffee for like $1.50? Oh, yeah. You see that? That is... Wowzers. That is real gooey in there. And that is why... I'm going to rearrange this. You see what I'm talking about? Even though it looks good on the top, would you look at that? You see what I'm talking about? Even though it looked good. Honestly, that's all just oil. But there's a bit of rust and gook in there. Not a bad idea to clean this. So, yeah, perfect example. It might look average, but on the inside, it's the Exxon Valdez oil spill. Even the back plate. Yeah, you could see the back plate full of rust. Been sitting in that for a very long time. Very, very long time. So, you know, sometimes what happens is if you don't clean this stuff, the little particles of rust break off. And, you know, they're basically hard particles, right? It's rust. And say goodbye to your piston and sleeve. Although this one, I don't know if it's going to be saved or not. It's real bad. There's a lot of not good stuff in there. But my dudes, it looks like the viewers are dropping off right now. So I got stuff to do. I want to say appreciate you all. Could we get a... Maybe this T-Maxx will run again. Hell yep. Maybe. Just maybe. That is icky. Yep, ultrasonic cleaner, Jim P. I'm going to put this in like literally tonight for like an hour. But the piston looks okay. The sleeve looks okay. Might have compression. Anyway, guys, the T-Maxx wants to say appreciate you as well. It's Ricky Rack. Thank you for appreciating. Feels good to be appreciated, you know? You know, if the rest of this country wants to use incorrect grammar, then so will we. You don't want to get left unappreciated. Oh, don't want to have this leak out either. It's going to get all my bolts dirty. I appreciate the bolts too much, actually, so. All right, my dude, so as you could tell, I got a lot of cleaning to do. This thing is real disgusting. But it's complete. James Simroth, how you doing, bro? T-Maxx. Yeah, I'm about to shut the stream down. Is there football going on or something? Someone gambling out there? I don't know. Well, whatever you want to do. All right, guys. Once again, appreciate you and appreciate the traxxas, okay? And don't say words correctly because that's what this world is coming to right now. With stupid TikTok, they can't even ban TikTok. Honestly, I would say that TikTok is close to the root of all modern evil. It has changed people's opinions from basically average, normal opinion into a cabbage. Okay? It has made people cabbages. TikTok is a cabbage. I'm going to go eat some steamed cabbage now. Bye.